friends, it's Ashley and I am stopping in today to share the remaining pages in my December Daily album, my foundation pages that I finished. I stopped last time on the previous video with page 16. That's what I had finished up until then. And so today I have 17 through 25 that I want to share with you. For 17, I used one of the 10 by 8 pattern papers, and I will try to link any of the physical product that's still available in the December Daily shopping area for Allie Edwards in the description box below. If it's not available as physical product, most everything is available as digital if you want to pick it up that way. But for this, I used the star paper, and I wanted to use the star stamp, which is one of the things that is not available in physical product anymore. But I used several of the shapes, and I embossed just with gold embossing powder, and then I embellished with just some of the die cut stars and some of the chipboard stars. And I wanted to create like a little flip out because I wanted to use the star die cut shape here. So I just used some washi tape to attach this, and I will probably add my photo here on the back side with maybe some journaling, and just a little tab here that I will stamp and put the little piece in there once I work on this page for the 17th. This page is based off of the Plastic Hearts Instagram hop that the December Daily team did. Neela did a wreath with her plastic hearts, and I thought it was really pretty. So I wanted to do the same thing in my album. I used a mix of the hearts and just kind of went around a circle once I had all of those in place, and I just used my rolling adhesive to attach those with just a little bit of adhesive. And once I had those in place, I machine stitched around just to kind of like secure those a little better and just give it some texture. I also used one of the nested die cuts here, and I just have this attached with washi tape right now because I will probably put a photo in this center area, so I wanted to be able to take that off when I work on this page. I embossed this. This was a white kind of cardstock die cut number, and I think this was from one of the December Daily releases like last year or the year before. I can't remember for sure, but I just embossed it with gold embossing powder. And then I just put a little journaling card over here that I cut down that I thought I could use for my journaling area when I get to this page. For day 19, I wanted to use another one of the canvas pockets. This was my last one. And so I decided I wanted to try to use some of the digitals from the prep day and see if I could do an iron on, and it worked okay. Some of it wanted to stick. I don't know if it was my technique or what it was, but I still like the way it came out. And so I just did the iron on transfer with this. These little tags here are from the prep day freebies, so you can still sign up for that if you want to watch all of the prep day videos and get some of the digitals and things for free. But we're just going to fill these out. So I have one for each of us in here. The girls and I have already filled ours out. And I will add some twine. And probably I'm going to do a photo of each one of us on the coordinating tag on the back side. And then for day 20, I want this to be our Christmas card page once we get our Christmas photo taken for our card and everything. So I just used one of these little envelopes, and this actually was an envelope. It had the triangle flap on it, but I wanted to have this piece in here because I am going to use probably a large 10 by 8 photo, and I wanted my journaling to be able to be on this little tag here. So I did cut that part off, and it just slides in and out. We are going to take ugly Christmas sweater picture for our Christmas card, so I used some of the little sweater icons, and then I used a Tim Holtz metal number here that I had from previous December Daily, and then just some twine here. And I have not done anything on the back side. I'm not sure if I will or if I'll just leave that plain. I haven't decided yet. And then, like I said, my photo will go here. This is just a holder for it right now. And I'll do something on the back. I haven't decided what I'll do. Maybe some stamping or another pattern paper or phrase or something like that. This one was a pretty easy, kind of simple page. This is just one of the 6x8 transparencies. And I wanted to use this Calm and Bright. So I stitched that onto the transparency, and then I took some of the star die cuts, and I thought these that have the outline would be perfect for like adding some photos and probably some more embellishments. And I also have one of the little tabs here to flip that. So I thought that turned out really cute. And the back will probably stay like this. I do have the stars, the die cut stars, just washi taped right now because I haven't decided how I will attach those once I get to this day to add the photos, but I'll figure that out once I get there. So for day 22, this is going to be just our holiday playlist, the songs that we like to listen to at Christmas time. And I wanted to do kind of a grid. I have several grids in here because I like grids because they're nice to look at. You get to use a lot of embellishments. You get to add a lot of photos. So I don't mind doing multiple grids in my December daily. But for this one, this is about probably 50% digital because these are the digital papers that I printed for this. And then I also printed this myself to cut this. And I just used the 6x8 Alpha from this year's release and put these together in my Adobe Illustrator, and then I cut this in Silhouette Studio, and there is a piece of transparency in between here that holds all the little embellishments. And then I just put some of the paper on the back side to finish it off and some of the stars, and then I will also embellish this side and have some of our music. I wanted to use the star stamp again and the number stamp. So I combined those with the metallic silver ink and did some embossing for my numbers, and I really like the way that turned out. So once I get the photos of our playlist on here, I'll finish cutting these out and adding those to this page. Page 23, I shared this on my Instagram. This is on a transparency sheet, and I also used the digital 6x8 Alpha for this to cut the word joy. And then I used the poinsettia stamp, and I'm not positive if that one is available still in physical. I will have to check, and if so, I will link it in the description box below. But I did some stamping with that, and then I wanted to use these layered stickers that I had left, the citrus, to create a wreath shape around the O. And then I just kind of filled in with some embellishments. I fussy cut some pieces out of some of the pattern papers. And I just created this little banner by cutting some white paper, and I used a stamp from my stash to do To the World, and then I just used some twine to finish that off. And this will probably be the page for our candlelight service, and I'll put a photo here in the center. And this one will probably stay like it is on the back side too. I don't mind as much in my December daily leaving the back side of pages unfinished because a lot of this is like being creative and doing things that I don't normally do, so I don't mind having that just the way it is. If I do anything, I'll probably just recut the word joy and mirror image it to fit over the back side of this, but like I said, I may or may not do that. Day 24 for Christmas Eve. We like to do several things, go look at lights, do our Christmas pajamas, sometimes we bake things, and so I thought this would be fun using the nested little frames, die cuts here to create some photo spaces. I can also use these for journaling. I used one here to add an embellishment. For this part, this one was also one of the nested pieces, and then I took one of the nested stars and added it over it, embossed another one of those white chipboard numbers with black this time. And then this little Christmas Eve piece is from the Paisley Press mini kit. And so I just kind of attached all that there to create my number. So what I'll do is probably just put some of the smaller photos like the baking and things like that. And then I thought for this back side, we usually take a picture of our Christmas pajamas of everybody in our PJs. So I wanted to do a big picture here on the back for that. And then for the 25th, I definitely wanted to use the big felt numbers this year, the red ones. And I just used some gold thread to stitch these together just to match what was already there, just so they would stay. And then I used my power punch to punch the holes there. And I'm probably going to embellish this. I have a or I have an acrylic word from Color Cast Designs that will be coming that says Christmas Morning, and so I may put that on here as well as some more stars, something like that, maybe some stitching. I haven't gotten to that point yet. And so one of the things we like to do on Christmas morning is read the Christmas story from Luke before we open presents, so we're all kind of around the tree and we do that. So I wanted to have a space for that, which I may do here, or this may be a picture of the Christmas tree on Christmas morning, and then I may do the picture of us reading the Christmas story here on this back side. But I do usually like to document that photo as well as like photos of the kids with their presents. And my friend Sabrina, who is Miss Scrap and Plan on Instagram, shared on her Patreon channel how she usually does like her December 25th page is kind of a collage, and so that way she can incorporate multiple photos and kind of do everything to get the day finished for December 25th. And so I wanted to do that, and I used the little shaker tags. These have little sequin stars that are black, silver, and gold in here, or kind of like a rose gold almost. And so I started with those and placed them just on a white piece of paper that's cut to the same as all the pattern papers. And once I got those in place, I just used an extra tag to trace the shapes onto some pattern papers and to fill those in. And then I have these 3 spots here saved for photos. If I have more photos, I may make these like flip ups if I want to add extras or maybe something like that. And then I just finished embellishing with some of the chipboard pieces. And then sometimes for like Christmas Day, I like to take a picture of the mess. And so I thought if I did that, I may end my album with a picture of like all of the stuff everywhere and just the aftermath. Just a big photo here on the back. And I love these little plastic envelopes. They're good for holding memorabilia or anything like that. I will probably use mine for any Christmas cards that we get this year. I usually like to have something like this in my December daily, and most times I will adhere it to the back side of my album, but since this one already has the holes punched in it, I'm just including it in the binder. And so it'll be fun just to have that to hold the Christmas cards. I may embellish here on the front with something. I haven't decided yet, but I may add like a little title or something like that here on the front. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If this is your first time to my channel, I would love for you to become a subscriber. If you liked today's video, please leave a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.